Hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and in this class we are going to have a conversation. I'll be asking questions about changes in the world, changes in your personal life, changes in general, hopefully to afford you, the students, to have an opportunity to practice using present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, sort of a follow-up to my last class, actually, because we're talking about things that have changed from starting in the past up to now. So that's kind of our focus. As well, I'll be giving you feedback about anything else that happens to come up, pronunciation or co-location or whatever. Hello, Mustafa, again. Hi
Good
there.
to see you again, teacher. Hello.
Likewise. Uh, okay. No reason not to start right off the bat. So, Mustafa, we're going to make comparisons, the past and the present. You can practice what we learned last class. Okay. Mustafa, tell me about some changes in the area where you live over the last 5, 10, 15 years. How have things changed where you live?
Um, okay. Mainly, yeah, the situation has changed a little bit. Um, after the past government gone, or the last leader, and after the war, after 2003, but specifically, the people start feeling. Or they have been feeling more freedom, like about more freedom. Um, I think the situation has changed in two different ways. One of them, uh, we have been feeling like more freedom, freely, and not a lot of limits can or strict, I think. But another on the other hand, the security is a little bit has been
Oops.
No.
Mustafa, you cut out there at the end. Oop. Mustafa, I think you lost connection. Okay. Well, hello. Okay. Well,
Again.
I'll have to give him feedback when he comes back. Okay. In the meantime, let me welcome other students to the class. Frank, welcome back. Howdy. Hello, Frank.
Hello.
Hi.
No.
Okay.
See you
You're
again.
connected. All right. Cool. Welcome to the class. And hello to Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hello, Heidi. How was your weekend?
Weekend, I'm sorry, and my surroundings are quite noisy.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we can manage. Okay. Mustafa, can you hear me? I want to give him his feedback, but I don't know if he's really here.
He's missing.
He's missing. Hopefully he'll
And
come
now
back.
he's really missing.
He's really missing. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully he'll come back and I can talk to him. But okay. In the meantime, we're going to talk about changes. Basically, so Frank, we can practice what we were studying in the last class using present perfect and present perfect continuous to talk about things in the past and relating them to now. That's the chief idea. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, here's Mustafa.
Ah,
Mustafa,
oh,
are you there?
yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. It's
Now,
okay. Not your fault.
now he's present.
Technology. I understand. Um, okay. All right, Mustafa. I just wanted to give you a little feedback
Okay.
before I continue.
I made a lot of mistake. I know because when I focus on my grammar, I made a lot of mistake. I tell you.
No, well, small, not really, but
Okay.
okay. The first one, I haven't figured out what the correct answer is yet. Okay, you said since the past government down. Okay,
Gone, not down.
gone. Okay, since the past
Gone.
government. Okay, but maybe it would be better to use some kind of passive form. Or okay, since the past government has been gone, there, present perfect. That would work. Or since the past government has been removed. Passive. Passive present perfect. Okay. Maybe that would work better instead of yeah, because you're using since, you're definitely wanting to use a perfect tense. So that would be, you said since the past government gone. That's not going to work, basically. Once you use that word since, you're pretty much locked into using a perfect tense, I have to tell you. Unless you're using it as a connective to mean because. That is, if you're using since to mean a time, as a time subordinator, you're locked into using a perfect tense. Okay, so those structures might be better. Okay, you said people are feeling more free. That's okay, but then you self-corrected, feeling more freedom, feeling more freely. Feeling more free was correct. Okay. And then I like that you tried to reorganize and refocus, and you said, I think things have changed in two different ways. And now he's gone. Okay. All right. But he didn't say two different ways. If you use the phrase two different, you have to use plural. All right. Well, so much for trying to give him feedback. Okay. Just a second, Frank. I have a question for you. Let me quickly, however, welcome Zinyu again. Hello,
Hi,
Zinyu.
teacher.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, welcome back. And hello, Julio. Hey there, Julio.
Hi.
Hey, nice to see you again. Okay, we're practicing talking about changes and how the past has affected the present. Frank, where are you from?
Me? I'm from lovely Taiwan.
Lovely Taiwan. Okay. Tell me about how has lovely Taiwan changed in the last 10 years?
It changes a lot, like political parties and the price index.
Okay. It okay. It has changed a lot.
It has changed a lot.
And using present perfect tense to show that there's a change. There's definitely an effect on now. Okay.
And it's essentially changed.
And recent changes. Okay. Hey, how about some detail? How about a little description? In what ways?
Every concept. And new, like in past 10 years, we are not uh, we're not allowed to go to mainland China.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and now we can go to mainland China not just only to look after the grandparents or another families, and it changes a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Good job. You're trying to give me an example. I'm asking you to describe changes as well as using perfect tenses. We're also practicing doing description. Description is all about detail. Good way to give detail is to give examples in English, which I commend you for. But Frank, the phrase "in past 10 years," it should be "in the past 10 years."
In the past 10 years.
Okay. And also, you don't go to look at your grandparents.
Look after.
Look after. Oh, look after your
I say look after.
Okay. Okay, to look after your grandparents. All right, that's fine. Okay.
And we can also now change our gender on identifier card.
Say what?
Gender.
Change your gender?
Yes. on the identification card. On
Really?
ID, like SSN in US.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's happened a few years ago.
Oh. Okay.
Now it's possible.
That's interesting.
It's a very interesting thing in this decade.
Okay. Decade. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is very interesting. Wow. All right. Okay, Frank. Thank you. I'm going to move on. Give other students a chance. I'm going to stick with this question because I'm getting interesting information. This is interesting for me. Heidi, let's talk Japan. What do you think are some of the key changes in Japan in the last 10 years?
Last 10 years, maybe the half, the first 5, 6, 7 years, Japanese economy was very bad. We had recession for 20 years. But 2 years ago, Japanese Prime Minister changed. Before, Prime Minister changed many times every year like that. But 2 years ago, Japanese Prime Minister and Mr. Abe became Prime Minister. After that, his strategy was very good. So Japanese economy is getting much better and better. For example, before him, Japanese yen, currency yen was appreciated to the dollar a lot. Highest price was 75 yen, $1. But today I checked, 124 yen, much different. Not double, but very close to double.
Mm.
It means, for example, before 74 yen, then minimum wage is about 800 yen. So very close to $10. Oh no, $1. $10. Oh, okay, $10.
Mm.
But now 124. It means 0. No. My calculation is very bad. $5 or so, $5 or $6.
Ah.
So even Japanese labor is quite cheaper than before. If calculate with the dollars. So many companies they come back, return to Japan factories.
I see. Okay.
And Chinese wage is getting higher and higher. So some companies move to another place, Indonesia or Philippines or Thailand. And then several big companies return to Japan. Then this year, many graduates from the university 100% they get the job.
Really? 100%?
Yes.
Okay. 100% have been able to get a job. Again, in the present perfect.
So
okay.
far, very good.
Okay, so things are turning around economically. That's good news. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to do the math while I was trying to listen to your English. I was also getting confused. Okay, challenging to do two things at once. My brain. Okay, the yen appreciated. You said appreciated to the dollar.
Dollar.
It would be better to say it appreciated in relation to the dollar. Or maybe even appreciated in value, in relation to the dollar. To talk about it, well, the relation. That could have been clearer. But other than that, I'm not sure about the math, but the English was good. I was trying to calculate in my head. Now I have this problem. I try to calculate American dollars to Filipino pesos, and when I throw in a third, yen.
Yeah, that's right.
I confuse myself. Okay. Anyway, well, that's great. I remember at the time that Abe's policies were seen as somewhat radical and risky. A couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's paying off, in your view.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Good job. Thank you. Moving on, Xingyu. Tell me about China. What are some of the biggest changes in China in the last, whatever, 10, 15, 20 years, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want?
The total GDP, the total GDP
Yeah.
has the total GDP has the total GPT in China has increased fast in the last 10 years. China has become the second economy in the world, and more Chinese people have more money than the past.
Okay.
But the gap between the rich and the poor is bigger.
Okay.
The Chinese government is taking the strict policy to control the internet. That's all. My bad memory.
Okay. Okay. Again, all right. You did a pretty good job using comparative adjectives. Better. Okay. Has taken a stricter policy. Okay. That's the other thing we should be looking at when we're talking about changes. Of course, you're making comparisons, and obviously that's going to involve comparative adjectives. Bigger, smaller, faster. Okay. GDP, by the way, gross domestic product. Basically the value of everything in the country. Real basic explanation. Okay, one other thing, English, you said the GDP has increased fast. Well, much better that you use an adverb, which would modify the verb. So has increased quickly.
Mm.
right? Okay. Okay. And
Teacher, I have a question.
yeah,
I think I read once, I'm not sure, about fast, that it is a verb and a not verb. Is that true?
it's a what? It can
It's a verb and a not verb. It's both.
well, okay. Well, let me. Uh, it can actually can be a lot of things. Fast can be a verb. I don't know if you're aware of this, but to fast means to go without food. Uh,
Sorry, I
a
was
period of
wrong. I was mixing words. It can be an adjective and a not verb. Yeah,
uh,
fast.
really? Okay, let me think about that.
Because someone we cannot
Uh,
say fastly. We cannot
what's
say
that?
fastly. We
Oh,
cannot say fastly.
fastly.
Yeah, we cannot say that.
Yeah, that's true. Fastly does not work, and that's where confusion often happens. That's a good point. But just fast by itself, can it be an adverb? I think you're right, actually. Um, but I would still say in Xenia's case, I would definitely prefer increase quickly or rapidly. Uh, um, I believe it can be an adverb or an adjective. Yes, it can. All right. Fast as an adjective is quite obvious. You know, speedy, quick, rapid. Uh, okay. He was driving too fast. Okay. Or fast. Ah, held fast. Okay, fast, two different meanings as well. You know, the quick meaning, but also fast can mean attached, like held fast, firmly, securely. Okay, the chain was held fast to the dock, to the anchor, something like that. Um, okay, so all right, so maybe I'm wrong. Technically speaking, maybe Zing, you could say it increased fast, but co-location wise, doesn't sound that great. Okay, I guess you're right. I guess you have a point there. Fast can be an adverb, but yeah, you just can't say fastly. Mustafa has a good point.
I think collocation wise, definitely quickly, it's better in that sentence. But it threw me off
Mm,
a little bit because you said you should have used an adverb, and I said, wait a minute. I
yeah,
understood
you're
that
right.
fast was an adverb.
I stand corrected. I forget that too because I personally would just not do it. I think it sounds kind of strange sometimes. I guess there's circumstances. I mean, the collocation held fast is totally a super strong collocation, so I would most certainly use it in that case. Uh, yeah. Okay, I stand corrected. It can be an adverb. I guess it just struck me because the collocation was strange. Julio, why don't we go to Mexico? What are some of the biggest changes that have happened in the last decade or so in Mexico? Talk about whatever you want.
Oh, sure. Well, Mexico, it's a country of contrasts. Um, for example, you can see a beautiful resort, like first class resort, like similar to the ones that you can find at Malibu. And walking down the street 5 blocks, you will find only dirt roads, and pretty much like very poor housing and people riding horses. And then while you walk through the city, it definitely strikes you to see how things change rapidly from one place to another. So something very similar happened when it comes to things that have changed. So on the one hand, the technology, for example, it has been, I think, probably the aspect that has changed the most. I remember when 10 years ago when I was studying in the university, having a cell phone was really expensive, and you didn't have applications or anything. You would just call people, and it was very expensive. Like texting was also very expensive. And nowadays, I see really old people, like grandparents, uploading pictures of their kids on YouTube or on the, one of those websites, Facebook or whatever, and videos and having a Skype. The other day, my mom was having a Skype video call with my sister. She's living in the United States, and my sister just had a beautiful baby. And seeing my mom like talking to my niece on the tablet was just amazing to me. And it just happened in less than 10 years.
Hmm.
Nevertheless, some things apparently are never going to change. They seem like to be written in stone, on stone, and like the social problems. I mean, the social problems are still the same year after year and decade after decade. I was the other day, we had a revolution here in Mexico, a revolution war. It was in 1910,
Uh-huh.
and when it was very bloody war, a lot of people died. And once the war was over, um, they made like a paper, like a document, where they were stating what they are looking forward to change or what they expect to change after this war. And when I was reading it, I realized that they were the same problems that we are facing today.
Hmm.
So apparently, in 100 years, we are still struggling to change the same aspects of Mexico, like education, poverty, discrimination, economy, pretty much the way we allocate resources and and how in trying to make the gap smaller between rich people and poor people, and Mexico being one of the bloodiest countries in the world, even bloodier than Afghanistan, and with a lot of poverty, like extreme poverty, and still the richest man in the world, it's Mexican, and it's richer than Bill Gates, richer than Mark Zuckerberg. So
Huh.
um, it makes you think.
It does make you think. And I bet you, Julio, that any one of us here in this classroom could do the same thing that you did. Look at the problems 100 years ago in each in our own individual countries, and I bet we would all come to much the same conclusions as you have. That, my gosh, we have made no progress at all. It's depressing. Yeah. Okay. Very good use of connectives there. Julio demonstrated, nevertheless, showing contrast by saying on one hand, on the other hand. Um, Excellent use of using connectives to create cohesion in what he's saying. You do that very, very well. Okay. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Uncle Julio. Congratulations to you. All right. Yeah, no other problems. You self-corrected, but the expression, the idiomatic expression, is written in stone. It
Oh,
seems
instant. Okay.
seems to be written in stone.
All right.
Okay. Good job. Great job. Good example and interesting as well. Um, okay, I want to welcome Ken to the class. He's just joined us. Hey there, Ken. How
Yes,
are you?
Tao. Hi.
Hi. How was your weekend? Uh-oh. More importantly, how is your connection?
Yeah, the connection is a bit slow. But now, can
Okay.
you hear me now?
Yeah, right now I can, yes. Okay. I- okay, we're talking about changes and talking about changes past and now, but I'd like to try something else. I'd like to try talking about changes in the future. Okay, to make it a little easier, we'll talk about changes to ourselves. What changes would you like to make in your own life, Ken, in the next 5 years or 10 years?
Maybe, I don't know exactly, but yeah, I want to improve my English.
Oh, that's an easy one.
And yeah, and I want to improve my pronunciation too. Yeah, kind of English pronunciation is very different from Japanese translation. So, not translation, kind of pronunciation. It's very difficult.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Simple structure to talk about things you would like to change. I want to. Okay. Simple enough. All right. Well, earlier, Ken, just to get you to talk a little more, we were talking about changes that have happened in our countries or societies before now. What change would you like to see in Japan in the future?
Actually, earthquake. It is predicted major earthquake will happen in Tokyo area or some other area, kind of Pacific Ocean area, in 70% in 30 years. So it's scary, actually.
Yeah, a 70% chance in the
Yes.
next 30 years.
Yes.
Okay, there is a 70% chance in the next 30 years there will be an earthquake. So what? Not so what, so what? So what can Japan do about it?
Because that area is very three plate gather, not gathers, maybe clash or
Clash,
each
collide.
other, yeah, in collide in very close to Tokyo area. So the capital was established in a very dangerous area actually. So that area, complicated power always exists, underground. So this area is in maybe Asian plate, so relatively and a bit far from the
And your connection.
will be a stable area, but that area is very earthquake frequently happens because of that plate technical problem.
Okay.
Yeah, Philippine plate, Asian plate, maybe North American plate, three plates exist that area.
Basically, you're talking about the Ring of Fire, right? Okay, a little connection problem.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe I
I think
changed the browser.
we're missing parts of our conversation with each other. Okay, I'm gonna move on, Ken. I'll come back to you later. Okay, Mustafa. Okay, let's try a little bit of future. What would you like to see change in your in your life, in your city, in the next 10 years?
Okay. Thanks for your question, by the way. um, I would like I would like to see my country in a better situation in the future. I think the situation nowadays is a little difficult, and we are passing a very difficult time in 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 our country, in my country. I think I would like to see my country like developed in industry sector and infrastructure and also like in building like the infrastructure of my country is very bad nowadays. So I would like to see a lot of building, a lot of in future, a lot of work. I also I would like to see the the corruption has been ended in the future. To end, like I don't like the corruption because the corruption has destroyed my country, and I would like to see my country as a strong in future. So uh, it has like strong army, strong military forces. I I would like to see an end to this
Okay.
country.
Uh,
Oh, oh, can you hear me or my connection dropped?
you're cutting off at the end there.
Okay, so I'll continue fastly. I would like for me myself. I would like to see myself in a good position, job position. I would like to improve myself. Like I like to learn language, so at least I would like to learn two more language. I don't know. English, maybe Spanish. I don't know. I didn't decide yet. I have to continue learning English, and nowadays I would like to support my family, build my family. So a lot of passions I have in the future.
Okay.
Yep. I would like to improve like in different parts like of my life. Like I focus on professional life and also on my spiritual life. So I cannot get rid of my spiritual life and focus only on my family life because my family life is nothing without spiritual life. All of us will dead in the end. So so it's not fair. Okay, for me at least.
True. Okay, interesting. Okay, you had a very interesting sentence in regards to English usage in the middle there. I like your content, but I find this interesting. I don't know quite how to explain it. I would like to see the corruption has been ended.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I would like to see hypothetical in the future, and that's perfectly good. The corruption has been ended. Has been ended. Okay. All right. A passive present perfect form to talk about the future. That's interesting. I would like to see, first of all, it would be nice if you said that the corruption has been ended. I think it would be better if you said that the corruption will have been ended or will have ended.
Okay.
Okay. So future perfect form. So there we go. Talking about changes, it's also talking about the future changes. It's also very normal to use future perfects. One other thing, you said English, Spanish. I didn't decide yet. If you're using,
I
yeah,
haven't decided.
exactly. If you're using yet, it means it has a relationship to now. So I haven't decided yet. But you're right. Exactly. Okie doke. All right. Moving on. Let me talk to Frank. Hey, Frank. How about yourself? What do you?
Hello.
Hi, Frank. What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen in Taiwan in the future?
What happened in the future?
Yeah. What changes would you like to happen? We're talking hypothetical, or do you think will happen?
I think will be more more union, a better relationship with people here.
With each other?
Yes, because it's now very separated.
Really?
Yes, and everyone have different opinions to for the same issue. And now it's arguing to many issues.
Okay.
And yeah, so I would like to see the union of this part. And I think the authority should take some measures to solve this problem.
Okay. I see. Okay, Frank, you used a couple different structures. I think we will, and I would like to see, okay, very good, talk about the future in a more hypothetical way. Okay, that was pretty good. Interesting. What do you think? I'm curious, though. What do you think? You want the government or administration to do something to make the people's opinions less divided? How can the government do that? That seems impossible.
Yes, but I think every question has an answer to solve.
Do ya? Oh, I have my serious doubts, Frank. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. Every question has an answer. Well,
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
The key to the question.
Oh, key to the question. Well, okay.
Is now missing, and maybe I will find out that key to solve this problem.
Okay.
And I will
Good luck.
And I will become a next president.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Now you are talking.
That will be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I'm rooting for you. I can't vote for you, but I'll root for you. Okay. Terrific. Heidi, what? How about you? Talking about changes in the future. What changes would you like to see?
In 2020, Japan will host Olympic Games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 5 years later, after Brazil.
Yeah. 4 years after Brazil.
Yeah, that's right, 2020.
Right.
And they already gathered some donation for constructing the facilities, but the ingredient for construction is getting more and more expensive. So they already calculated the budget, but they need to get more money. After Olympic Games, many countries already hosted. After Olympic Games, they became very poor. So maybe even Japan, after 2020, the economy will be getting worse.
Oh, I hope not. That would not be good. Oh, I hope not. Okay, one comment. You said the ingredients for construction. Usually in English we would say the material for construction.
Yeah.
It's getting more expensive. Yeah, ingredients are, things we make food with. Right. Although sometimes we use ingredients in a more abstract way. This marketing campaign has all the ingredients for failure, I might say, much more abstract. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Has anyone ever heard about a building or construction project that cost less than the initial estimate?
Almost forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have more budget.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of such a thing. Right.
Even small houses.
Yeah, it does. Right. Exactly. Anything. Okay. All right. Great. Let me talk to Zingo. Zingo, what do you uh, what do you hope will happen in China in the next 10 years? Or what do you think will happen? Both.
Firstly,
What do you think and what do you hope?
firstly, I'd like to talk about my life change.
Okay.
I want to pass the TOEFL exam in the next 2 years. If I passed that, I would become an English teacher like you. I would earn more money for my family. Secondly, I hope China will change from the dictatorship to the democracy. Currently, most people have suffered from the bad rule from the Communist Party.
Hmm.
Most people don't have freedom of speech. Some social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Google, which are very convenient in many countries, are not available in China.
Right.
I hope most people will have the right to use those social media, like me. I am using those social media through the VPN.
Mm-hmm.
You know this technology.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't see me. I would be put into jail by our government.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a change that we don't want to see.
Mm.
Okay. Well, actually, that was well constructed and okay, well said. Good job dividing the two things, what you hope for yourself and what you think. Secondly, well organized using transitions and discourse markers there. Good job. Okay, great. All right, good job. I really,
Oh,
no problems there.
teacher.
Yes.
I first answer your question. I don't take notes, but for this second presentation, I read my sentence on the paper.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Well, preparation, I guess, helps a lot. Okay. All right. Well, great job. Okay. Uh, all right. Julio. Oh, what?
Real, but in the real interviewment, I don't have enough time to prepare for this.
In a real interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna be taking the TOEFL, so you have 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 20 seconds to be precise. I can tell you exactly how much time you have. Okay.
Yes, it's pretty challenging. I need to practice more.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Julio, what changes would you like to see in your area, in your country, in your life? Whatever. All of the above.
Sure. The primary changes I would like to see in the next 10 years is they're related to people. First of all, I would love to see less stupidity in general.
Good luck.
I would like to see people being less big-headed, more open-minded, more educated. Um, I I know it's just a dream, but I would love to see people embracing other realities. Like, if you tell me that you are Muslim and you believe in a white elephant or whatever, I would say that's great. I mean, that's fine for me. I believe in a giant dragon. Oh, perfect. I love that. Let's have a cup of tea. Okay? So not people discriminating each other or putting down somebody just because he thinks different, but just being open and embrace the different realities that that you encounter every day. Secondly, union. I would love to see people fighting together, not for what they think is right, but for the reason, for what is actually right, right? And the whole nature is trying to kill us every day with diseases. We have Ebola, we have HIV, cancer. We are aging every day, and we are definitely nature is winning this battle because it's going to kill us. It's a fact, right? And also we have earthquakes, storms, floodings, and whatever is happening in the world. So why are we spending the little time that we have here, besides all that, fighting against each other? It's just stupid, and just for ideas, not even for. I mean, I know economics plays a role here, but not even that. It's just ideas that we think that we are so different when we are so similar. So I would like to see just those two changes, like less stupidity and more union among people.
Tolerance, I think, is the key word. One key word, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Tolerance.
That you're looking for. All right. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree with that one. How can you achieve these things? I mean, I agree with
And
your point, but
you
how
know
do
what,
you do it?
Uncle? You don't need
What?
10 years. I mean, that's the saddest thing, that you don't need 10 years to do that. You just need, I mean, you can do it from one moment to the other. It's up to every single one of us. But it seems to be impossible. I mean, I don't know the way. I don't know if every day it seems to be more far-fetched. So I don't know
Yeah,
why. I don't
I think
understand.
I think we need to be invaded by an alien race from outer space, so
That was
that
gonna
we,
be my third option. Yeah.
yeah, I think that would be highly effective in, you know, making people more tolerant of one another and more willing to work cooperatively. You know, if we have big green aliens with tentacles shooting us with lasers, maybe we'll think twice about being such jerks to each other. Just an idea, you know. Yeah. Okay. Small slip up. I know it was just slip of the mind, whatever. Changes. The changes is related to people. Changes should have been changes are related to people, but I know that
Okay.
you know that. It's a small slip. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Interesting. Okay. Stuff is split. So Frank, Changes. Do you know the song Changes by David Bowie? Okay. All right. Frank, I want to try a kind of a weird question here.
Weird question.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Because we've been talking about changes in the past, changes in the future. I want to hear how you talking about changes, kind of hypothetical changes in the past. Maybe third conditional. Frank, what is something you think your country should never have done? What is I want you to talk about a mistake your country made. You know. as for an example, I'm an American. I think the whole Iraq fiasco was the biggest, most foolish mistake my country's made in the last 100 years. Things would have been a lot different if we had not invaded Iraq the second time. Frank, what mistake you think your country has made?
In 1938, a very long time ago, a party of China, Kuomintang, is retreat to Taiwan and take the Taiwan, and everything is changed.
Yeah.
Yes, and it makes here very messy for a long time, and we called White War
Okay.
or White Horror. Yes.
It has made it very
has
messy.
It has made it very messy.
Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to play around with. Talking about hypothetical changes in the past, we still have to use perfect tense structures. It has made it very messy.
It has made it very messy.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All
every
right.
time is disorder.
Disorder. Well,
Yes.
well, you know, Frank, look at the upside. At least it's not like the Middle East, which disorder would be a very slight word. It's gone beyond disorder. It's utter and complete chaos. At least it's not chaos. Not all bad, Frank. Chin up, buddy. Okay. In any case, I just wanted to point out how we use present and past perfect tense to talk about those hypotheticals in the past. Lady and gentlemen, we are out of time. I am starving, so I'm going to say goodbye, and you guys all have a great day. I'm going to go have my lunch. Thank you all very much for your participation, and I'll see you again here on Verbling.